What if I told you that one of the most powerful things you can do for your health, your mood, and even your bank account costs absolutely nothing? No gym membership, no fancy equipment, no meal prep, no 6 a.m. alarm. Just one foot in front of the other. Walking. That's it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Walking? Really? That's not even a real workout. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Walking every single day can literally transform your body and mind in ways that will blow you away. And today, we're counting down 10 incredible things that happen to your body when you start walking every single day. Some of these are going to genuinely surprise you, especially number 3. So stick around. Let's get into it. Number 10. Your mood gets a serious upgrade. Let's start with the one you'll notice first. Within the first few days of walking regularly, you're going to feel happier. And that's not just a vibe, it's science. When you walk, your brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals, endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine. These are the same chemicals that antidepressant medications try to boost. A study from Harvard Medical School found that just 35 minutes of walking a day can significantly reduce symptoms of depression. 35 minutes. That's less time than an episode of your favorite Netflix show. And here's the thing, it works fast. You don't have to wait weeks to feel the difference. Many people report feeling lighter, calmer, and more optimistic after just one single walk. So if you've been feeling down, stressed out, or just stuck in a rut, lacing up your sneakers might be the simplest prescription you ever get. Number 9. You start sleeping way better. America, we have a sleep problem. The CDC says 1 in 3 adults in this country don't get enough sleep. And if you're one of them, walking might be your secret weapon. Regular walking helps regulate your circadian rhythm. That's your body's internal clock that tells you when to be awake and when to wind down. A study published in the journal Sleep Health found that people who walked regularly fell asleep faster, slept longer, and reported better quality sleep overall. And here's a pro tip. If you walk outside in the morning and get some natural sunlight on your face, you're basically giving your body a double dose of sleep medicine. The sunlight tells your brain, hey, it's daytime. Be alert now so you can crash hard tonight. No more tossing and turning. No more scrolling your phone at 2 a.m. Just deep, restful, restorative sleep. And honestly, better sleep alone is reason enough to start walking. Number 8. Your digestion gets so much better. Okay, this one's not glamorous, but let's keep it real. If your gut isn't happy, you're not happy. Walking after meals has been shown to speed up the rate at which food moves through your stomach and intestines. That means less bloating, less gas, less of that heavy, uncomfortable feeling after dinner. A study from the University of Tübingen in Germany found that a short walk after eating can cut blood sugar spikes by almost 50%. 50%. That's massive, especially if you're pre-diabetic or managing type 2 diabetes, which affects over 37 million Americans right now. Gastroenterologists, that's your gut doctors, actually recommend walking as a first-line treatment for constipation and irregular bowel movements. So the next time you finish a big meal, instead of collapsing on the couch, take a 10 to 15-minute stroll around the block. Your stomach will thank you. Trust me on this one. Number 7. Your creativity goes through the roof. Here's one most people never expect. Steve Jobs was famous for his walking meetings. Mark Zuckerberg does them too. Aristotle used to teach his students while walking around Athens. Why? Because walking literally makes you more creative. Stanford University did a study on this and found that walking increased creative output by an average of 60%. Let me say that again, 60%. When you walk, your brain enters a state of transient hypofrontality. Don't worry about the fancy term. It basically means the part of your brain responsible for rigid analytical thinking relaxes, and the part responsible for free-flowing creative thought gets to take over. That's why your best ideas come to you in the shower, on a walk, or when you're driving, not when you're staring at a computer screen. So if you're stuck on a work project, struggling with a decision, or just feel mentally blocked, go walk. The answer might literally come to you mid-stride. Number 6. Your joints actually get stronger. Now, this is a big myth I need to bust right here. A lot of people think, if my knees hurt, I shouldn't walk. Walking will wear out my joints. Wrong. Dead wrong. Walking is actually one of the best things you can do for your joints. Here's why. Your joint cartilage doesn't have its own blood supply. It gets its nutrition from the fluid inside your joints, called synovial fluid. And guess what activates that fluid? Movement. Specifically, the gentle compression and release that happens when you walk. Think of it like squeezing a sponge in a bowl of water. Every step pumps nutrients into your cartilage. Research from the Arthritis Foundation shows that regular walking reduces arthritis pain, improves mobility, and can even slow down joint deterioration over time. And for the 54 million Americans living with some form of arthritis right now, that's not just good news, it's life-changing news. You don't need to run a marathon, you just need to walk. Your joints are designed for it. Number 5. You start losing weight even without changing your diet. All right, let's talk about what everyone wants to know. Now, walking isn't going to burn calories like an intense HIIT workout. Let's be honest about that. But here's what makes walking special for weight loss. It's sustainable. You can walk every single day without needing rest days. There's virtually no injury risk, and your body doesn't fight back the way it does with extreme exercise and crash diets. A brisk 30-minute walk burns roughly 150 to 200 calories, depending on your weight and pace. That might not sound like a lot, but do the math over a year. That's potentially 15 to 20 pounds lost, just from walking. No diet changes, no supplements, no surgery. But here's where it gets really interesting. Walking also reduces cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol is one of the biggest drivers of belly fat storage. So by lowering cortisol, walking is literally attacking fat from two angles. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate walking per week for weight management. That's just about 22 minutes a day. I've seen comments from people who said they lost 30, 40, even 50 pounds over a year, and the only thing they changed was adding a daily walk. It's not dramatic, it's not flashy, but it works, and it lasts. Number 4. Your heart gets significantly stronger. Heart disease is the #1 killer in America. Number 1. It claims roughly 700,000 lives every single year in this country. But here's the incredible thing. Walking every day can dramatically cut your risk. The American Heart Association published data showing that walking just 30 minutes a day reduces your risk of heart disease by up to 40%. It lowers blood pressure, reduces LDL, that's the bad cholesterol, and increases HDL, the good cholesterol. Walking also improves circulation, strengthens your heart muscle, and reduces inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system. And you don't have to power walk or speed walk. Even a moderate, comfortable pace delivers massive heart benefits. Dr. Thomas Frieden, former director of the CDC, once said, "Walking is the closest thing we have to a wonder drug." And he's right. If walking were a pill, it would be the most prescribed medication in the entire world. No side effects, no copay, no prescription needed. Just 30 minutes, every day. That's all your heart is asking for. Number 3, and I told you this one would surprise you. Your brain starts protecting itself from cognitive decline. This is the one that honestly changed my perspective on walking forever. Alzheimer's disease currently affects over 6 million Americans, and that number is expected to nearly double by 2050. It's terrifying, and there's still no cure. But there is a growing mountain of evidence that walking, simple, everyday walking, can significantly reduce your risk. Researchers at the University of Pittsburgh found that people who walked at least 6 miles per week had significantly more gray matter in their brains after 9 years compared to those who were sedentary. More gray matter means better memory, sharper thinking, and stronger protection against dementia. Another study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine showed that regular walking improves blood flow to the brain by up to 15%, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients that keep brain cells healthy and alive. Walking also stimulates the production of something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as Miracle-Grow for your brain. It helps grow new neurons and strengthens existing ones. So when you're walking, you're not just exercising your legs, you're literally building a stronger, more resilient brain. And in a world where cognitive decline is becoming an epidemic, that might be the most valuable benefit on this entire list. Number 2, your immune system becomes significantly stronger. Nobody wants to be the person who catches every cold and flu that goes around the office, and walking can help with that. A landmark study from Appalachian State University tracked over 1,000 adults during flu season and found that people who walked at least 30 minutes a day had 43% fewer sick days compared to those who were sedentary. And when walkers did get sick, their symptoms were significantly milder. Walking increases the circulation of immune cells, particularly natural killer cells and white blood cells, that patrol your body looking for threats. It also reduces chronic inflammation, which is linked to almost every major disease you can think of: cancer, diabetes, heart disease, autoimmune conditions. Think of your daily walk as a software update for your immune system. It keeps everything running smoothly, patched up, and ready to fight. And number 1, the biggest one of all, you live longer. Period. This is the bottom line, folks. A massive study published in JAMA Internal Medicine followed over 16,000 older American women and found that those who walked as few as 4,400 steps per day had significantly lower mortality rates than those who walked 2,700 steps. And the benefits kept increasing up to about 7,500 steps. We're not even talking about 10,000 steps here. Less than 5,000 steps a day was enough to meaningfully extend lifespan. Another study that analyzed data from hundreds of thousands of people found that regular walkers live an average of 3 to 7 years longer than non-walkers. Let that sink in. 3 to 7 more years with your family, your kids, your grandkids, more birthdays, more holidays, more life. And all it costs is a pair of decent shoes and 30 minutes of your day. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't need a $200 monthly gym membership. You just need to walk. So here's my challenge to you, and I'm dead serious about this. Tomorrow morning, put on your shoes and walk for just 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes out, 15 minutes back. Do that every day for 30 days, and I promise you, you will feel the difference. And when you do, come back to this video and drop a comment telling me about it. I want to hear your story. If this video helped you, smash that like button, share it with someone you love, and subscribe so you don't miss our next one. Your future self is going to thank you for every single step. Now get out there and walk.